Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is day 11 of 75 days coding challenge, and in this video we are going to attempt a new question, which is compare semantic versions. We have discussed enough polyfills, like more than 10-12 polyfills we have discussed, and it's kind of getting boring. That's why we are going to attempt new questions from now on, and we'll do the remaining polyfills at the later period of time in this series only. Okay, so let's get started with this question. So this is compare semantic versions. So you must have worked with semantic versioning, which we, if we are, releasing any tag, or there are, Semver format, major, minor, patch. Okay. So we will be given two versions in this format itself, and we'll need to compare the, two versions, and based on which one is greater, which one is, lesser, we'll need to return the values. So as you can see, we'll need to implement this compare Semver function, which will receive v1 and v2. If v1 is greater than v2, then we'll need to return 1. If v1 is lesser than v2, then we'll need to return -1. If both are equal, then we'll return 0 value, right? There are few examples which are given: 12.1.0, 12.0.9. So first we will compare major, both are same. Then we will compare minor. Oh, minor of v1 is greater, so v1 is greater, so that's why we will return the 1 value. There are some constraints we have added, ki both v1 and v2 are non-empty strings, they cannot be empty, and they will follow the this format, Semver format, major, minor, patch. Okay, each segment is a non-negative integer, नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता, राइट? नो लीडिंग जीरोस, किसी भी फॉर्मेट में, मेजर में, माइनर में, पैच में, देयर विल बी नो लीडिंग जीरोस, राइट? एंड देयर विल बी नो प्री रिलीज टैग्स विल बी अटैच्ड टू मेजर, माइनर. सो द Semver format is strictly given major, minor, patch. Okay, so I have run few, I have attached few test cases here to to test our function. So let me show you. So at this time my old test cases should get failed, and they are failing, right? So let me implement the function. Okay, so first क्या करना है? First मुझे स्ट्रिंग को स्प्लिट करके मेजर, माइनर, पैच निकालना पड़ेगा दोनों में से, राइट, टू कंपेयर देम. सो दैट्स व्हाट विल डू. विल कंपेयर, डू द स्प्लिट ऑन द स्ट्रिंग based on the dot. So we'll get the array with 3 values: major, minor, patch. Okay, then I'll need to run the loop 3 times, because there are only 3 elements will be in the array every time: major, minor, patch. So I'll run the loop. Okay, then I will get the value of major, minor, patch, the tags, which I'll get the fetch the elements array. So हमें मिल गया v1 and v2. Now we'll only need to compare. If v1 is greater than v2, we'll return 1, because अगर major greater हो गया, we don't need to check for minor and patch. If major is same, then we'll check minor. Minor भी अगर same है, then we'll check for patch. अगर एक भी ग्रेटर और लेसर हो गया, देन वी कैन डिसाइड कि ये मेरा v1 ग्रेटर है, v2 ग्रेटर है, बेस्ड ऑन दैट, राइट? एल्स इफ में कंडीशन चेक करेंगे, अगर मेरा v2 ग्रेटर है, राइट, देन आई विल रिटर्न -1. अगर मेरा लूप होने के बाद बोथ ना मैंने रिटर्न 1 किया है, ना रिटर्न -1 किया है, देन आई कैन रिटर्न 0, बिकॉज बोथ आर इक्वल. सो लेट्स रन माई टेस्ट केसेस. Every test case is getting passed. So this is done, the question is done, but there can be follow-up questions in the interview that maybe the major, minor, patch cannot be a number every time, because anyone can pass any string, invalid string. Let's say I have one version which is given 1.2.a. So major is correct, minor is correct, but patch is not a number, right? So that check we can add. So for the major minor patch, first we'll convert them to number, and then based on if the value is coming as NaN, not a number, right, then we can throw any error based on whatever interviewer is getting, asking you. Then that handling also you can do here, that type of handling. Maybe there is, v1 and v2 version is not following the strict Semver format. Maybe they have added pre-release tag at the end. So let's say I have any version, let's say like this 1.2.3 for major minor version, but the pre-release tag has been added at the end with hyphen, let's say beta, and the v2 is 1.2.3 and hyphen alpha, right? So यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, here will पहले स्ट्रिंग को स्प्लिट करेंगे हाइफन के बेसिस पे, देन बिकॉज विल गेट द माइनर मेजर अलग से, एंड देन विल गेट द प्री रिलीज टैग अलग से, राइट, स्प्लिट लगा देंगे हाइफन के बेसिस पे. देन इन द फर्स्ट विच वी आर रिसीविंग द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ द एरे, उसके अंदर देन अगेन स्प्लिट हमें लगाना पड़ेगा बेस्ड ऑन द डॉट टू गेट द मेजर माइनर पैच, राइट. बट मेजर माइनर पैच will be numbers, so we can compare them numerically. But जो pre-release tag है, which will not be a number, it will be beta, alpha, gamma or anything that we can compare based on the dictionary values, right? So here alpha is greater, a comes before b, that's why alpha is greater. So this v2 is greater than v1, so we'll return -1 in this case. So you can try modifying this answer to these follow-up questions, and that's it for this video. See you in the next.